Page 26. The hardest part of a word problem is simply setting it up. The rest is fairly easy because it's just review on what we've done and how we solve quadratic equations. So let's look at, on page 28, problem number 2. The sum of the squares of three positive consecutive numbers is 149. Find the numbers. Let's just set this up and then you'll be able to use quadratic equation quadratic formula to figure it out. So sum of the squares of three positive numbers. So there's three numbers. There's x, which is the smallest. There's the one right above that, which is x plus 2 because it's an even number, and then we have one more above that, so x plus 4. Then what we do is we're going to square each of them, and we have to take the sum of the squaring. Okay, we're going to add them all together. So the first term is x squared. The next one, why don't we just go ahead and expand it out. So the next one is going to be plus x squared plus 4x plus 4. And then the last one, actually I don't need to write that out, let's just look at that, x squared. I'm doing pretty much the same thing I did up here. Plus 8x plus 16. Now let's add these all together. So we have 1, 2, 3 x squareds, and we have 4x and an 8x, so that becomes 12x. And now we have 4 and a 16, so that's plus 20. And this is all supposed to equal 149. So what we would do is we would simply move this over to this side so we have a 0, and that would give us our basic. So if we do that, let's just do that. So 3x squared plus 12x minus 129 equals 0. Now we have our basic quadratic equation with a, b, and c, and we can use multiple methods to figure out solutions. And just remember, it says the sum of three positive consecutive numbers. So whatever your solutions are, they should be positive numbers. And when you figure that out, you would go ahead and plug it back in to these original, the x plus 2 and x plus 4. So once you solve this, whatever you get for x, plug it into each of these and you'll find each of the three numbers. And so just remember, the hardest part of a word problem is figuring out how to set it up. But once you get to this step here, it's pretty easy because we already know how to solve these.